Sky is the UK's leading pay TV platform, and Sky Media is the ad sales division there. And you know, we're witnessing the transformation of the industry from one that was linear to one that is on demand and with a lot of data-driven targeting opportunities, even on linear. What are you doing in that space, and what's driving it?
So our advanced advertising strategy has evolved quite markedly over the last 2 to 3 years, I would say. I guess it really started with the launch of Skyâs some 2.5 years ago in open market. But you know, taking a step back from that, you know, we're very fortunate in that we're in this relatively comfortable position, or good position, that we have customers and not just viewers, which means that we have a couple of things. First of all, we have this monthly transaction relationship, which means that we learn an awful lot about our customers. But also, when you think about the customer proposition, you know, as a business, as a consumer-facing proposition, we make our content available to our customers whenever they want, wherever they want, on whatever device they want, which means that we get a really granular understanding of customer journeys across multiple platforms. And that for us enables us to do a lot of things. In the advertising world, you know, we have right at the very heart of our advanced advertising strategy is one key goal or phrase. And that's about how do we deliver effective advertising outcomes. It's not about how we grow yield or revenue or margin or arbitrage. Because we believe if we can deliver effective advertising outcomes in partnership with the agency and, more importantly, the advertiser, the revenue will follow. So when we think about the products that we launch or that we create or we look to build, it is all about, okay, what's going to enhance that advertising campaign and how are we going to measure it?
AdSmart is the product through which you deliver household customised ads through the set-top box, even through linear TV.
Yes.
Give us a progress update and where will that go next?
So if you think about AdSmart, the grand plan, if you like, was all about making TV more relevant to more brands. You know, historically TV has been about the big and the rich and the powerful brand, and we wanted to make TV available to the small, the niche and the targeted brand. So we're now, AdSmart as a product is about 2.5 years old now. In terms of volume of advertisers run through the platform since launch, we're just shy of 1,000, billions of impressions served, thousands of campaigns. So we're really starting to see momentum growing and building on the platform. For us, when you think about the types of advertisers it's enabling us to work with or partner with, I guess it comes down or narrows down into 3 groups. The first is the really tightly targeted in terms of location or geography. And that might be your local car dealer, your garden centre, your legal practice, your taxi firm. And that's really enabling us to serve most relevant ads both in geography and then overlaying other attributes. The other key audience segment is the tightly targeted in terms of nicheness, if you like, or audience. So that might be high-end finance, and for those I'd be thinking of Investec, BlackRock Investment, or to the other extreme in automotive, McLaren cars. So McLaren cars is first time ever on TV, relatively recently promoting the 570C and the 570S. Don't ask me how much they cost because I've never even bothered to look. But using TV for the very first time to target only the top 2% in terms of affluence in the country. And then the third group would be the existing TV advertisers, thinking about how they can use TV really differently. And 2 examples of that would be those advertisers that want to broaden the number of brands from their portfolio or from their stable to go on TV. And an automotive company, historically would only have 3 or 4 of their models on TV, now have all 8 or 9. Or indeed, to the other end of the extreme, those advertisers that really find it difficult to build their cover, their reach of their campaign, and they're using AdSmart in a really different way to only target the lightest TV viewers. So AdSmart is giving real flexibility to the advertiser and the agency, irrespective of what their KPI or campaign metrics are.
And Sky recently released a very fancy new set-top box, Skyâs.
Yeah.
Which must be one of the world's most recent set-top box deployments, I would have thought. Is this kind of targeting being deployed across Skyâs as well? And if so, how is that different?
So for us, we have an ambition to have consistent targeting or advertising capabilities across all platforms we operate on. Skyâs, the AdSmart or addressable rollout, will commence in the next couple of months, so a few months after launch, and that was really about having a stable platform before we start building out functionality on the platform. And I think for us, the opportunity in this connected set-top box that Skyâs is that we have connected online video in there. You have other apps within the product feature set, so it gives a huge amount more dynamism or flexibility to the advertiser.
So you're across all these screens, but what about mobile? To what extent is that a missing piece of the puzzle so far?
Well, it's not missing in that. So we've deployed AdSmart targeting across from linear TV, which is the first. We rolled out next into on-demand via the set-top box, so set-top box VOD. Sky Go VOD is enabled, and more recently we've started the trials for when you're viewing linear TV on the Sky Go service. Our long-term ambition, and you will have seen that we announced a partnership with Videology last November, December, that builds out on the FreeWheel integration, that we have an ambition to serve a single campaign across all platforms. So irrespective of what platform you see the ad on, an advertiser or indeed agency can connect into our mediation layer, for want of a better phrase, got to think of something better, to connect and transact a single campaign across those platforms.
Now, Sky has become quite acquisitive in recent years, both buying and investing in technology companies and services, and you have recently set up an outpost in Silicon Valley to spot some of these opportunities, both on the consumer product side and on the advertising and media side. Yeah. What's the rationale behind some of that, and how do you go about picking from that lumerscape, which is becoming quite complex?
Well, I think the answer is in the question in many respects, in that the world that we now operate in is really complex, and it was a realization a few years ago that that we can't build everything ourselves. Our roadmap is already relatively contended, and so therefore the best and most expedient way to deploy new customer-facing services or advertising-facing services will be to partner with tech companies. And as you point out, we set up an office in San Francisco so that we can access the new tech startup scene over there. And really what we are tending to do, rather than acquire new companies, is take small strategic stakes. From the ad tech space, we have invested in 2 businesses to date, one being Sharethrough, a native advertising platform and business, and the second is DataXu. And both of those businesses really look to move on our product set, our product suite, in short order, if you like. So Sharethrough has been integrated, will have been by the end of this month, integrated across all of our app estates. So we've got really sympathetic and empathetic ad experiences across our Sky Sports app, Sky News app, all of those sort of things. And DataXu, as an example, is really about being a key enabler for our product Sky Advance. Sky Advance, the product, is all about, if you think about Sky AdSmart, which is taking the very best of digital and only the very best of digital and bringing it into TV, Sky Advance takes our unique understanding of TV consumption and applies that into the digital estate, enabling us to serve sequential and frequency campaigns across multiple platforms. And DataXu's part in that is to act as our demand-side platform to enable us to buy inventory off-platform, so off Sky estate, in a holistic way.
Right. So those investments having been made, what are the next areas or parts of the tech stack, if I can use that term, that you're looking for help in, gaps to plug?
Well, I don't think there are any sort of signposts or or anything like that we're putting out. We're looking for ways that we can enhance across the whole piece, and we are looking at how we can enhance Sky AdSmart, how we can build out Sky Advance, how we can enhance our programmatic platform, and then of course how do we improve upon the pretty advanced analytics we already have in-house. And so as the market and technologies move on, we have a watching brief, or our colleagues have a watching brief, not just in San Francisco but in New York and across the globe really, to find market leading technologies that we think can enhance the product suite and that can complement what we're building. So there are no signposts or whatever that we're looking for at the moment.